How do you measure your engagement rate on Instagram? This is the one that everyone wants to know about, and annoyingly, it's the most complicated one to calculate. I mean, Facebook will show us straight off the bat the engagement rate for our individual posts. Twitter will show us straight off the bat the engagement rate for our individual tweets, and it also will show us our engagement rate for our entire account. So why is it so hard on Instagram? I'm going to show you how you can calculate your Instagram engagement rate in two ways. Firstly, I'm going to show you a couple of tools that you can use to get a ballpark engagement rate figure, and then we're going to delve into Instagram analytics to find the information we need, and I'm sorry, we're going to use a spreadsheet. For that second one, you are going to need either a business account or a creator account, because they're the only ones that let you have Instagram insights. But first, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell if you would like a digital marketing lesson in under 10 minutes per week. Let's start with method one, which is by using third-party tools to calculate your engagement rate. And the first one I want to look at is Planx. I think that's how you say it. It's spelled P-H-L-A-N-X. And this just lets you put in your username or the username of the account you want to analyze. So this can be helpful if you're considering working with an influencer. You click a button and it shows you your engagement rate. What's also handy is at the bottom of the screen, it will show you a benchmark of average engagement rates per number of followers that account has. There are a couple of downsides with Planx. Firstly, it's only dealing with public information. It can't see what's going on in the back end of your account. It doesn't know what's happening with stories. So it's only going to show you engagement rate based on public information. The second thing, it's a little bit vague about how it calculates your engagement rate. Let's have a look. According to their blog, it takes the most relevant sample snippet of your following and then divides this by comments and likes. What does relevant sample snippet mean? Even though it is a little bit vague, this quick snapshot will give you a good idea of your engagement rate and how it measures up against other people. And if you're feeling brave, you could calculate your own engagement rate and that of your competitors to see how you measure up. Method two is using Instagram Insights through the Instagram app. Now this is a little bit more time consuming, but it's currently the only way, so we have to live with it, and they have actually made it a little bit easier recently. Open up your Instagram app and we will begin. Click the hamburger menu on the top right hand side of your profile page, and from the drop down menu select Insights. If you don't have Insights there, that means you don't have a business account or a creator account. You'll need to switch to one of those and wait a little while to access Insights. The overview page gives us all the information that we need to calculate the overall engagement rate of your account. The first thing you need to do is switch your view from 7 days to 30 days, because this gives you a better view of how your account is performing over time. And that means you only need to check every 30 days to see is your engagement rate increasing or decreasing. The first stat you'll need is accounts reached. Then you'll need interactions. To calculate the engagement rate for your account, you need to divide the number of interactions by the reach of your account and multiply that by 100. That will give you a percentage. To measure the engagement rate of the posts themselves, you need to do the maths yourself, so you might want to grab a calculator. Back in Insights, click on Content You Shared and choose a 30-day window from the drop-down at the top of the screen. Choose Reach as a way to sort these posts. Make a note of the reach for each individual post and now resort that by interactions. You're going to need a formula to calculate the engagement rate for each post. So that formula is going to be interactions divided by reach multiplied by 100, exactly the same as when we calculated it for your full account. Now you've got your engagement rate for each individual post. Have a look through those and look at the ones that got the highest engagement rate and try and guess, why is it that they got a high engagement rate? What was it about them that managed to capture the attention of your audience enough that they wanted to click a button, to react, to leave a comment? Now I want to talk to you about story engagement rate. And I'm sad because this is so much harder to calculate than anything else that we've done. And I'm sorry, but you're going to need a spreadsheet. This time, instead of accessing insights, I want you to go into that hamburger menu again and go into your archive. This is the place that stores all the stories that you've ever posted on Instagram. You might just want to look at the last 30 days, and there is a calendar view which can make this a little bit easier. For each story that you want to calculate your engagement rate on, click into it and swipe up. And here you will see the reach of each story, and you will see the number of interactions, if there were any, categorized by the type of interaction. So add those together, write down the reach, move on to the next story and do the same. It's going to be a lot easier if you do this on a daily basis, because it could take you a long time to compile it if you just do it every 30 days. I did say it wasn't easy. You're going to use exactly the same formula to calculate the engagement rate for each story. So that will be interactions divided by reach multiplied by 100. But this could end up being a lot of data that you're scribbling down on a piece of paper or into a Word document. So I recommend a spreadsheet. Here's mine. You can see I've started work on this already. In column 1, I'm describing the story. So I'll just make a quick note of what the story was about, maybe put in a hashtag if I used it or a username if I used it. In the next column, I'm going to put the number of interactions. In the third column, I'm going to put the reach. And in the fourth column is going to go my engagement rate. And I'm going to use a formula that will automatically calculate this. And that formula is equals, open brackets, click on the cell that includes your interactions, /, now that represents divide, click on the cell with your reach in it, close your bracket, star, now that represents multiplied, and 100, and hit enter. This will automatically calculate the engagement rate for this row, and you can copy that formula all the way down a column for each one that you put in. And once you've done that, you can quickly scroll through your spreadsheet and identify the stories that resonated best with your audience, the ones that had the highest engagement rate. And just like we did with your feed posts, analyze it. What was it that made that specific story resonate so much with your audience? This can help you inform your content for the future. Phew, that was hard work. I dream of the day that calculating my Instagram engagement rate will be as easy as it is calculating my Facebook one and my Twitter one. If you want to know more about engagement rate, how you calculate it on other social networks, make sure you subscribe and click the bell and have a look at my playlist that covers all those topics.